Good day everyone, I am Rhea Macy Dinigan, a BS in English 2, and I am going to discuss to you on what is descriptive grammar. So it is a set of rules about language based on how it is used. There is no right or wrong language in descriptive grammar. So it does not deal with what is good or bad language use or the forms and structures that might not be used by speakers of standard English. It is a grammar based on how a language is and not how something it should be. So in short, descriptive grammar implies a grammar that describes how language is used by its speakers. It also focuses on describing the language as it is used, not saying how it should be used. So it is a non-judgmental because it does not have the goal of determining what represents good or bad language, correct or incorrect structures, or grammatical or ungrammatical forms. So it also takes into account cultural and social variables that in many cases it also determine how language is produced and understood. In an academic sense, a descriptive grammar is a language or a theory that has attempts to explain how a particular language works. So anthropologically speaking, a descriptive grammar seeks to formulate syntactic rules based on the way a language is used for communication, but not what these rules should be. One will know that a sentence describes a descriptive grammar if he or she knows beforehand the prescriptive grammar rules. In the succeeding examples taken from Hinto and foundational issues, you can clearly distinguish the former from the latter. So distinguishing descriptive grammar from prescriptive grammar also, for a sentence or a clause should not end on a preposition, also called the stranded prepositions. So in prescriptive grammar, this is what I came here. So in descriptive grammar, this is what I came here for. While in the next one is in the prescriptive grammar, where are you going? While in descriptive grammar, this is what I came here for. So in singular subject nouns or pronouns should have singular pronoun references. Like for example, in prescriptive grammar, every student needs to open his or her book on page 20. Nobody did his or her homework. While in descriptive grammar, every student needs to open their books on page 20. Nobody did their homework. So in the subject possession, the pronoun who should be used, and in this object possession, whom is appropriate. So in prescriptive grammar, I gave it to whom I always give it, while in descriptive grammar, I gave it to who I always give it. So with non-count nouns, money, water, or equipment, little or less should be used, and fewer is for countable nouns. While in prescriptive grammar, I work in a small office with fewer than 20 people. The crowd that comes here gets lesser and lesser every year. While in descriptive grammar, I work in a small office with less than 20 people, and the crowd that comes here gets fewer and fewer every year. Don't use an object pronoun for a subject pronoun is conjoined subject. In prescriptive grammar, Belle and I went to the store, while in descriptive grammar, Belle and me went to the store. So, don't split infinitives. In prescriptive grammar, she used to admire him, while in descriptive grammar, she used to secretly admire him. Don't end a sentence with a linking verb. For example, in descriptive grammar, the children are taking a swim. In descriptive grammar, the children are swimming. So don't use construction. In descriptive grammar, I didn't steal it. In descriptive grammar, I didn't not steal it. So those are just examples of showing the differences between the two grammars. So there are still grammar rules to learn, such as subject-verb agreement, pronoun antecedent agreement, and many more. So the more you learn grammar rules, the more you can determine that sentences are descriptive, not prescriptive. So there are also advantages and disadvantages of prescriptive grammar. The advantage is teaching prescriptive grammar is more helpful for both non-native teachers and learners. The with a certain rules of language which reduces confusion and ambiguity among students. While the disadvantage is if the prescriptive grammar is taught, learners will be confused when they talk with a native speaker. They will realize that natives do not use the rules in the grammar book.